This is Tracy Ann Oberman, and I'm asking for a moment of your time because I never fully understood what Chabad stood for until this pandemic. When the panic set in and everyone started closing their doors to self-protect, Chabad instinctively went into action, finding innovative solutions to help others. I'm someone who's always relied on my mother and my friends for the Jewish holidays, and yet suddenly this was no longer an option. And now, I and many others like me couldn't go to our parents, our friends, or even our community for the Seder. Each of us were faced with a decision. Will I be doing a Seder night this year or not? Will I be able to? Most of us had never dreamt of doing our own Seder before. It was overwhelming, not to mention how to get all the things that were necessary under lockdown. With foresight and unbelievable speed, Chabad created and distributed 6,000 easy-to-follow Seder kits, including everything that was needed to make our own Seder. They brilliantly partnered with Deliveroo to make it even more accessible. This year, the thought of not being able to go to my mother's for Seder night left me with a dilemma. Was this going to be just another Wednesday, or was I going to tell the story of the Exodus for my daughter, for my family? I had so many friends who felt the same. But Chabad brought warmth and the light of this ancient wisdom and tradition into our home, making Seder night under lockdown memorable and meaningful. Without Chabad's innovation and dedication, it would have been just another Wednesday night. But it wasn't just Passover that Chabad was there for. Throughout COVID, Chabad and their volunteers have been helping thousands across the UK, from Shabbat deliveries reaching 8,000 families, to Zoom programs serving over 10,000 participants. Chabad kept the inspiration flowing. With thousands of DIY Shavuos packs, they brought the joy of the next holiday into people's homes. They celebrated the Simchas and reassured and comforted those in grief. Religious or secular, to Chabad there's no difference. They are loving, inclusive, and caring to all. At the same time, Chabad cared for the welfare of those who needed it, both within the community and beyond. Shopping for the sick and vulnerable, providing financial assistance for those in need, countless phone calls and visits supporting people through this crisis, entertaining and distributing toys to needy children, and iPads to help the elderly connect with their loved ones. Chabad's response grew with the ever-increasing demands, and they were ever-increasing. Leading by example, they acted as a pillar of strength through all the uncertainty. While others were furloughed and many couldn't work, Chabad continued working without a thought for themselves. And although it wasn't possible to raise funds, they continued to give and give. They were there for us, and now they need us to be there for them. Please, if you can, donate now so that Chabad can continue their essential work in the rapidly changing months ahead. On behalf of myself and so many who benefited from Chabad across the UK, thank you.